Ivana Trump, first wife to Donald Trump, passed away July 14, 2022. Conveniently, some say, a day before her husband and children were set to be deposed. What did the New York City medical examiner say was the former president's ex-wife's cause of death? How did the internet skeptics react to that verdict? Find out all about the theory that's setting conspiracy theorists all abuzz. Although Donald Trump has left the presidential office and been banned from making more newsworthy tweets, he's still finding his way into headlines daily. Most notably, eyes have turned back to Donald because of his potential involvement in inciting the January 6th riot in Washington, D.C. As CNN recaps, the House Select Committee has thus far heard from a multitude of witnesses in their efforts to prove Donald's efforts to overturn the election. The 20 hours of public hearings have been filled with shocking moments. Business Insider reported on the testimony of a former aide who shared that Donald would throw meals at the wall and flip tablecloths when angry. Trump's Attorney General William Barr shared that there was no evidence of election fraud and noted that Donald was made aware of this. Another investigation into the Trump family has been happening simultaneously and capturing its own headlines. According to CNBC, the New York Attorney General's office began scrutinizing the Trump Organization, which may have illegally manipulated real estate markets. The deposition of Donald, as well as that of his children, Ivanka Trump and Donald Trump Jr., was set to happen July 15th. However, the death of Trump's ex-wife introduced a hiccup in the trial, and some conspiracy theorists are finding it all too convenient. As a result of Ivana Trump's passing, ABC reported the Attorney General understandably decided to delay all three depositions, allowing the family time to grieve. Yesterday, a devastated Ivanka Trump tweeted out a childhood image with her mother, writing, "Heartbroken by the passing of my mother." Donald Trump used his platform, Truth Social, to share, "She was a wonderful, beautiful, and amazing woman who led a great and inspirational life." However, following the announcement of the delayed depositions, some conspiracy theorists couldn't help but to point out the timing. One user wrote under ABC's announcement, "What an amazing coincidence." Another commenter put the wild conspiracy in plain words, "Ivana Trump fell down her stairs and died a day before Trump was due to give a deposition. You can't make this up." Notably, there is no evidence to support the theory that Ivana's death was planned or caused in relation to the trial. Some netizens were entirely unamused by the speculation, with one user tweeting, "Why would anyone make Ivana Trump's death political? That is ignorant and disrespectful. Not funny, not even close, and I really dislike Trump." While conspiracy theories have swarmed Ivana Trump's sudden death and the specific timing of the incident, New York City's medical examiner has officially declared her death the result of an accidental fall, per CNN, with the official cause of death being, quote, "blunt impact injuries to the torso." Although her cause of death, falling down a flight of stairs, may sound rather peculiar, there is no reason to suspect foul play. In fact, the CDC has reported that falls are the leading cause of injury-related deaths for Americans aged 65 and over. Ivana was 73. The ruling from the medical examiner seems to buttress suspicions by the NYPD, who announced previously that there did not, quote, "appear to be any criminality involved." However, despite the ruling, conspiracy theories are still running wild online, in no small part due to the numerous ongoing criminal and civil investigations into Ivana's ex-husband, Donald Trump, and their children, Donald Jr., Ivanka, and Eric, with some on Twitter even theorizing that she was Epsteined. One user expressed their suspicions that the former president may have been behind the accidental death, writing, "Had she lived in Moscow, would the official report have said that she accidentally slipped and fell from a fourth-floor window instead?" Some were quick to point out that Donald had his own vice president on the chopping block, so why wouldn't the same logic apply to his ex-wife? Others expressed their wish that Ivana's ex-husband would have suffered her fate instead, echoing cries of the Wrong Trump hashtag, which was seen on social media after the death of Donald's younger brother Robert in August 2020. Comedian Buddy Winston tweeted, "In a perfect world, Ivana Trump would have come down the escalator and Donald would have taken the stairs." Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about your favorite celebrities are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.